so funny to me how it's like 9 a.m. and I look like I'm about to go on a night out. Or maybe coming back from a night out. I accidentally done such a heavy eye makeup today. Oh, I'm so upset. And I don't have any time to take it off and like start over. So I'm just doing a versatile look. I'm going to Notting Hill to take some photos of the cherry blossoms if I could find any. From there, I have to go to Borough Market for a birthday brunch. So that's why I'm dressed like this. I'm like dressed for all hours of the day. So if I look a little bit crazy in the morning, I'm just kind of like, you know what, I'm just gonna accept it. Anyway, good morning guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Christine and I'm a Florida gal living in London. There's now 55 of you as of this video. I'm so shocked. Like, I think that is so much for YouTube. Like, I never expected. I honestly expected like 10 subscribers, you know. So yeah, I think this is such a fun journey and I'm starting to like it more than I still love TikTok, and Instagram is like pissing me off right now with the whole banning TikTok. Not to get political, but you know how some of these Congress people have stock in Meta. It's all a mess right now, so I'm happy that YouTube is sort of a safe haven, if you will, at least for now. I am headed to Notting Hill. I've not been to Notting Hill in so long. I just don't care to go. It's not my vibe. It's just, it's pretty. It's pretty, but it's dull and boring. Maybe I'm doing Notting Hill wrong. I am doing Notting Hill wrong because I know that certain parts still have the Caribbean heritage. Fun fact, my family sort of got started there. You know, my grandparents met in London and my mom was born here. And they say that they lived in Chelsea, but I'm just kind of like, that doesn't make sense. There would have been more Caribbean people in Notting Hill. They're Caribbean. They were around that general area. It's just a fun sort of trying to imagine what their lives would have been like at that time. I wish now, I'm older now, I wish I could ask them what their London life was like. How to ask your grandparents questions while they're still with us, you know? There's so much that I kick myself about because I have questions and I want to share all my travels with my grandfather and my grandmother too. I just want to know more about her life before kids and everything like that. Anyway, family dumping on you. So yes, I'm going to Notting Hill. There is a very famous photo location that I want my own photo of, but it's already 9:30. I wanted to get there at 9. So I'm leaving my house, probably take 20 minutes to get there. So I don't know. We'll see how crowded it is this morning. And it is a little cloudy, which is fine. I need it to be a little bit overcast anyway. I want my own photo. It's just really popular spot. And I don't know, it's one of those Instagram locations that kind of brings out certain people that, you know what I mean, without having to say it. Some of these spots, you know, people get really aggressive with trying to get the shot, and I just want to go and see. And if it's too much, even at this hour, 9:30, then I'm just gonna go. Let's see what it's like. I don't know, ever since I've taken my Instagram a little bit seriously, I'm like, I do want to see that, I want to do that, and like, I want this, that, this photo, whatever. But in order to get those popular photos, you have to like deal with so much. So this is a very interesting process to me, not just for Instagram, but for my website. And then I put it on Pinterest and etc. etc. Some part of me is like, you need those photos, and the other part of me is like, I could probably leave spring content alone, but I also think, I think it would be nice. Let's see how it is. I can't be looking bad if I'm going to Notting Hill, so I just curled my hair a little bit, just adding to the lateness. Okay. Wear this, and then I'm gonna put on my coat in the back, and I think that'll be nice. It's a little bit cold today, but I still want to look cute. And my spring trench coat is like really thin. It's too thin for right now, so we're just gonna still use the winter one. It ended up being a smart decision to wear my winter coat because it's actually pretty cold and windy. Yay me for good choices. I'm nearby and it's just after 10 a.m. and I'm like, there's no way it's not gonna be busy, but hopefully I'm pleasantly surprised. I already see a lot of activity along where that street is. genuinely thought I would have to turn on Portobello Road. My heart sank when I saw the street, but it's actually the street after that. So I'm really excited to not be in that crowd. I'm just coming back from Stanley Crescent and it was so nice, and there were these like Instagrammers, influencers, whatever, getting their content as well, but they were so nice. Ooh, that's the justice exposure. They were so nice. They're offering to take photos for me, and I was like, it's not really for me, but it would be nice to get a thumbnail for my YouTube. So there's stuff, I'm not posing for anybody. It's like architecture and like things to do in London. So I just thought, I think it's good that I don't really need to do that. Anyway, yes, my preconceived notions were proved wrong, and I thought everybody that was there, maybe because it's not so busy right now, like it literally just bloomed, so maybe word is getting out just now. But everybody there was really nice. I'm having a great morning so far.
Slow down, hold on tight now. It's okay to meet me at the front line. I've got cold feet, winter drives me wild. Fly down on the Friday. I was meant to meet you at your mom's house, so I apologize. I got a pocket notebook, I'm nervous. Sometimes I run out of things to say, and it turns out you've got one too. And dinner's gone cold, I don't care.
I just arrived at the brunch place I'm supposed to be at, so I'm gonna sign off here.
No sleep, 'cause you drive me wild. 'Cause I know one day we get out of happy house and wake you up for brunch when you're feeling worn out, and we just gotta keep on hanging on for now. So slow down, hold on tight now. You're driving me wild. So you right. You're driving me wild. So survive, won't you meet me in the sunlight? Sunflower, you're the light of my life. I got a few days off, I can show you my good side. If you got the time, I can stay for a while before the sun goes down. Would you meet me in the sunlight?
When I first moved here, this pub was the first one I got a drink by myself. And then I sat on the edge here, kind of watched the sunset. That was my first drink here. And then ever since then now, when I want to celebrate something, I come over to this pub.
you from a ways. My heart, it started racing. The crowd across the way, the flat was on your face. And then I'm from the 80s. Someone keeps blocking my way. I can't feel farther away. Wait on a moment to say that I want you. You know that I want you.
Good morning, guys. It is Sunday. It is a rainy Sunday in London. The clocks changed in the UK, so we lost an hour's sleep. So I'm like actually really tired. I want to go back to sleep. And also I'm trying out my back camera. So I have my back camera and then my mirror so I can just check to see if it's working okay. So yesterday after I was out, I was talking to the camera and like a little bit still feeling the effects of the alcohol. It was really windy. I got to Putney Bridge station and I was chatting on while I was waiting, but you couldn't really hear me. Basically what I was just wrapping up is that, oh gosh, what was I saying? I was saying is that when I had days like yesterday and I would just be out, in my last house, I like didn't want to be there. My living situation didn't really make me that comfortable. So I'd just be out all day on the weekend. I'd be out from 9 a.m. to literally 9 p.m. So I'd have a day like that where I'd, you know, find something to explore, something new to explore around London. I would probably meet up a friend for lunch or brunch, go out after, maybe just have like quiet time at a cafe. And then I would get a solo dinner with myself just to get comfortable with being solo and also scouting out solo friendly places. That was my thing for a while on TikTok. After, I would just kind of do something random like maybe go see a show or go to the mall or go shopping or like just be around town. I know Trafalgar Square often has like live things going on and just something free. Sometimes National Gallery has late night Fridays or late night whatever, late day on the weekend. I think it was Friday. I just do that and it was just so interesting how much everything's changed in the last year where I'm like, it's 4 p.m. I want to go home. Something that came across my mind this morning is that actually I wanted to show you some things that I've discovered recently. Last weekend I did a day around Holborn and I didn't upload that because I was editing my York vlog. So I was around Holborn and I found some really cool things, so I wanted to just chat about it here. I was just checking if my data was running out because I have like an iPhone 11 Pro Max and my data is atrocious. Sorry, my storage is atrocious, like 64 gig, and now all the new iPhones are selling 250 gig and I'm like, I just want to share with you 3 cool things I found in Holborn. One isn't necessarily Holborn, it's in the city of Smithfield. Well, it's not a city. It's located in Smithfield in the city of London. I found some really cool places. The first one I'll share on my screen is Holborn Bars. It's known as Holborn Bars, and it was also known as the Prudential Assurance Building, and it was this large red terracotta Victorian building. And when I tell you, I came across this en route to like a pub that I wanted to find. I came across this and I immediately stopped. I took so many photos. I was obsessed with this place, this architecture. I had never heard about it ever since being here in London. It was incredible. So I'm showing you some of the pictures that I took and edited because I was just like, the detail on it is crazy. You know, my background is in architecture. I love photography. It was just a great day out, but unfortunately I had to get to another place and then meet my friend for brunch. The whole morning was just filled with distractions and I thankfully was on time to brunch, but I could have been late if I didn't manage my time properly. I'm not too sure much about it other than it was built in the late 1800s, like 1875 or so. There's a WeWork there, ITV is there, there's law firms and stuff. So the second place I went to was the Olde Mitre pub. And you know, it's spelled like ye old mitre. But ye, like when you say, like when you see the Y and E, it's actually Old English for the. So that's why I say the Olde Mitre. This pub is so old. I think the original build at least was like mid 1500s, 1546. But the current building that's there, I think, is from the late 1700s, and it's so cool. I went before it opened because I wanted to take a photo like without people. I had seen a photo on Instagram and it looked fine enough without people, but it was so dead. I was just kind of letting people know on my Instagram, and I think on my shorts too. I'm like, oh, you know, this pub is really hard to find. In case you want to go when it's open, here it is. So I do want to go back when it's open because I think the vibe would be really cool, especially in the summertime, just being out in this little like hidden alley with like it's just so intimate and cozy. It looks really cool, no? And then the last thing I wanted to talk about is not Holborn, but in the general area. I was out and about getting photos, getting content. You know, I love London history, I love UK history, but those videos don't tend to do well. I do it for my own sake and for my own learning because I think it's so fascinating. I said in my York video, like, I'm fascinated by like things that are so old. It could be a door and I'm like, oh, that door is older than the US, and like I love that. So Bartholomew the Great is like, I've always seen this entrance that is like a Tudor walkway, and actually that arch is from the 1300s, and then they've built on top of it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm putting a photo on my screen right now. So that arch is from the 1300s, and you walk in, you walk to the entrance, and you have this Norman church, and I'm confused at the description of it because the building was from the 1100s, right? This is the oldest church in London. Yeah, this is the oldest church in London. Not sure if the oldest building, but oldest church. And I'm confused at this point of what part has been left, right? So the view that you'll see down the center, I don't know if it was left over from something that was part of the dissolution of the monasteries. So if you happen to know, please inform me in the comments because I'm a little bit confused. I could not believe I stepped into this in London. I couldn't believe it. And I knew it had been there because every time I'm in the area or every time I go to Barbican, I pass by it. So the first time I'm like, okay, I have 15 minutes, let me just step inside. And I did, and it was just, you could just feel the history. And right now on display, it's the sculpture by Damien Hirst, statue of Saint Bartholomew. I think it's called Exquisite Pain. And you know, I think this statue is in another church as well, because I definitely saw somebody do a video on that too. So basically, for this saint, he was killed by being skinned alive. There's this classic iconography where you see him naked, his muscles exposed, and the skin hanging over his arm to kind of display his torture. Sorry, my phone just ran out of storage and I had to wait until everything was uploaded. That was my little Holborn journey. I hope to go back there soon. It's a little underrated part of the city. It's just like known for bankers and whatnot, law firms. So I don't think people really go there unless they're going to get drinks after work, and then on the weekends it's completely dead. So that's what I did last weekend. I didn't vlog any of it. It's gonna be 3 months since I started YouTube. Is that right? I think that's so cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave you here. The next video is going to be a sit down video. Don't be surprised if I'm in the same clothes as this video. And I actually might just do it on my nice camera because this is ridiculous. Anyway, I'll get my phone situation sorted. I need a vlogging camera. I need so much. I need a tripod, but I'll get it sorted soon. That's it from me. I hope you enjoyed today's video. The most perfect day. I hope to have more of those as the weather gets warmer. And I will see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm loving this community. I was really afraid for YouTube comments first, but now I'm like really liking, you know, this little community that I'm gathering. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!